Hello everyone and welcome back to Beyond the Veil background information. We're doing a character profile today and we're doing about one of the villains in Reciprocity. Now, for the moment, we're going to you might hear the distant spin of the washing machine in the background, and you may hear one of the cats wandering around, so I do apologise for that. But yeah, so we're gonna, as usual with my character profiles, you get a quote from the story, their basic character profile, and I'll tell you a little about what I was thinking when I made them. So we're doing about Carlotta today, so let's get into that. He screamed and transformed back into a cat, leaping out of the way as what could only be called the sagging, half-mummified body of a woman, but with falcon legs, wings, and a vicious beak upon its face, launched right out. Her hind claws slashed the air, and she pushed herself out with her wings, screeching so painfully they all collapsed and grasped their ears. The beast then landed upon the rock opposite them, great yellow eyes flexing and straining upon the half-hawk face to scowl at them in fury. A quote from Reciprocity. So, introducing Carlotta. As far as we're aware, she's the one that killed Hernando, and overall is a problematic figure. She's the type that would take the chance to take over when there is no one bigger than her around, and that's what I wanted. I also wanted a female character that could be a problem and indicate the more rotten aspects of the failed brotherhood. So it's not just all males in the top grouping. I also pondered on having someone that could possibly be a foe to Anima if needed, but then I decided that Vix should have a moment to show off their true power and capability. Basically, Carlotta is also part of Vix moving out of their brotherhood days and into a better time period where they've got more confidence in themselves, although it's not till later chapters they admit this was part of that. But yeah, I enjoyed handling her and letting Vix show off. Plus, she is just so annoying, and she does hurt the twins, so she deserves it. She is one of those only there for a moment sort of things, but the ramifications are bigger. So, her profile. Sorry, the washing machine seems to be speeding up as I speak. So, name Carlotta Fortescue. Position antagonist, harpy. Story featured in Reciprocity. Role antagonist. Gender female. Description tall, slightly tanned skin, lean, dark hair that's not too long. Has a sharp expression with piercing golden eyes and a bird like look. Realm the Veil. Abilities can tell when someone's lying, can use her harpy shriek to make ears bleed as well as make people collapse, as well as turn into a flying being, and has command over insect demons due to harpies linked to the demonic. Master herself, personality, manipulating, seductive, cunning, intelligent, and yet egotistical. Relations unknown. History, although it is known that Carlotta grew up and attended school and business training on Delos Island, and even went to university, her reasons for joining the failed brotherhood were not known. It was assumed that she was potentially just seen as a woman and thus could not climb anywhere up the career ladder, but her family was said to be a rich one, so the situation was very confusing. There were also questions that her bi-curious nature was unsettling to her family and she was forced into a marriage to become a happy black widow, but this is mostly deemed propaganda. What was known was that she figured out with the right kind of information, that the cry of harpy could be manipulated to be close to that of a being like a banshee, and thus used to damage others and make heads hurt. She also learned that at a high pitch she could control insect demons by imitating an insect demon queen, and thus she used this to her advantage. But perhaps this was the problem. Carlotta had found herself seeing a chance to take control when Mabundi was wounded in one battle, and Enoch faced her. She had not expected him to be so violent, and yet it was fought. He then went and buried her alive amongst the insect tombs, sealing her in a coffin, so she could not summon the demons to help her. But no one is too sure. The line given to Vix and the others was that she attempted something and Enoch could be the one to finish her off. But no one is really sure. Final comments. I enjoy slaughtering her. It was very pleasurable. Thanks for listening.